Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher, and for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we're diving back into Unintentional Love Story. We're diving to episode 4. Last episode, we had Wonyoung basically having to vacate the place he was staying because they're doing renovations, and he had to find somewhere else to stay relatively quickly. But thankfully, Taejun was there and has started to feel little crushy feeling type dealies. Not that he's letting it out just yet. He's not making it apparent yes yet. But you know, we can see as the audience, we can see him starting to feel stuff. So he came to the rescue. Was like, "You can live with me until you feel better and can find somewhere else to live." So they're cohabitating now, which is the start of, you know, many fun romances that we've seen in various series. We still have that whole secret looming where Wonyoung, I guess he's not technically working for this company that's looking for Taejun, but he was working for them and he's trying to work for them again. So once that secret comes out, there's going to be some fun mistrust stuff that's probably going to happen. But right now we're just going to go along for the ride and just see where the cute, fun, romantic stuff happens. And we also have our other side ship, which I hope we explore a little bit more. But full reaction will be available over on Patreon for free. Also, if you'd like early access to these and in my other Patreon reactions, you can join us over on Patreon. Link is down in the description. And I'll see you. I won't see you guys. I'm not going anywhere. We're diving into the episode. I'll see you guys once I press play. So let's go.
사장님 진짜 좋아하는 사람 있어요? 그냥 좋아해도 될지 고민 중이에요. 말해봐요. 내가 딱 진단 내줄게요.
Yes, talk about me to my face.
거리가 너무 멀어서. 진중하고 어른스러운 사람이 이상형이었는데 정반대인 건 확실하고 자꾸 챙겨주고 싶어지네. 에이, 좋아하는 거 맞네. 눈치도 확실히 없는 것 같고.
For real though. Like, I'm gonna keep trying to give you these hints, baby.
그 좋아한다는 여자분한테 해주셔야 되는 거 아니에요?
I never said it was a girl.
그러게.
He's looking at him like, take the goddamn hint. Okay, first I need to hop on the iTunes and see Unintentional Love Story and see if there's like an actual OST for this or if they're just, there is. It's an OST. There's a full, oh my god, I feel like there's so many series that I react to on this channel where I'm jamming to the songs and it's like I get the guys off follicular treatment where it's like it's a bunch of great songs but there's not like an OST assembled, so I gotta just go find this song. But no, they're giving me the full Game Boys treatment where it's like it is a full dedicated 20 track. I'm so happy right now. You guys have no idea how happy I am. Bye. There is my face. All right, there's $18. I guess I didn't need, but that makes me so happy. One thing this series seems to be very, very good at is creating atmosphere and creating just a general mood and an environment, because a lot of the interactions that we've seen between Taejun and Wonyoung, it's not that they're doing anything particularly romantic. Like, there's so many just mundane tasks that they've done together. But the series does a great job of like framing these scenes, framing them within these scenes, and there's a lot of emoting through the eyes. Like both the actors are doing, all the actors honestly are doing such a great job at just, well, acting. So there's so many unspoken emotions that are being framed within these little mundane tasks. So like when they were in Taejun's workshop, or no, not his workshop. Well, maybe. When he took him out, it's like, oh, yep, this is the kiln. I'll show you about it later. But here, let me show you about glazing, blah, blah, blah. So when they were there and Taejun was off doing whatever he was doing and Wonyoung was just watching him through the reflection in the window, like literally, they're just working on tasks in this little shop. But the way we're framing this, the way that the look in Wonyoung's eyes and the way he is just watching with such wonder and such, like, it's so, it just takes me along on the ride with him. Like I feel like I am Wonyoung. I feel like when in the beginning of the episode when he was wiping the clay water off his face and then he went running off to his room, he's like, why am I nervous? Why is my heart racing? Blah 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 blah. I'm like, I felt the exact same thing. The way they, like, literally he was just wiping stuff off his face, but it's just the way things are being framed, the soundtrack, everything is just so, they create these moments that are just, they feel so electric, even though what's happening in the moment is nothing special. Yeah, I'm wiping this off your face. Okay, great. You're sick. And it's not like, okay, I'm making this big, it's not like it's this big huge romantic task, whatever. It's like, no, you're sick and I want to get medicine because I'm not a complete jerk. So yes, let me go get you some medicine here. Let me take care of you, blah blah blah. But just the way these things are framed, it's just so, it's just a very well done series, from the acting to the direction to the cinematography. Like it's just so well done. I love, absolutely love that last conversation that they were having, just sitting on the bench. And I love even more, because if you've been with me, especially in some of the earlier series I've reacted to on the channel, you've heard a lot of my consent speeches and this, that, the other, and how I get so frustrated by some series when they make the first kiss or the first interaction with them under the influence of alcohol or drugs or this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, oh, it's terribly frustrating. I don't like that trope. It's very cliche and I don't like it. So I love that they did not go down that route, because they very easily could have had them kissing on this bench or something like that. But I like that Wonyoung literally just, yeah, he wasn't like wasted drunk, but he was feeling good. And he's just having this conversation with Taejun, and Taejun is just basically out here dropping every hint in the world. And drunk, I don't even think sober Wonyoung would have been able to catch the hints. He's very oblivious. Same girl. But I like how literally we're just having this conversation about him right to his face, and we're doing all of these little things, and we're dropping all these hints, and I'm going to tie this scarf around you, and he's like, shouldn't you be doing this to the girl you like? And he's like, is that so? And then he just keeps looking at him, and it's the gazes, the way they keep just gazing at each other throughout the entire series. It's just, it makes my heart flutter. And I love that we didn't go down that tropey rabbit hole. We literally just like, okay, I'm gonna keep dropping these hints, and maybe at some point you may pick up on these hints, but I'm gonna keep doing the things. It was sweet. It was sweet. It makes me love them even more. It makes me want them to work out even more. I appreciate, what was the other friend's name? Donkey. I appreciate him having the little reality check with Taejun, like, hey, I only went to your place once, and that was after knowing you for a year. So why did you hide the fact that you took him in? And Taejun's not really making up excuses. Like, oh, it's not that big a deal. He just didn't have anywhere suitable to stay, this, that, the other. And I appreciate Dong Hee being a good friend and just being like, just remember, this is the reality of the situation. He's not here long term. He's going back to wherever, he's going back to Seoul, end of the summer. So I don't want you to catch feelings too deeply and get yourself hurt. So just remember. And I appreciate, again, keep things in perspective. So I feel like that, paired with the little bit of flashback we got earlier in the episode when he had left the hospital, and he ran into whoever that guy was. From what I was gathering from that flashback, and I might be wrong, but it seemed as though they may have had some sort of romantic involvement, potentially. And that guy was paid to cease involvement with Taejun, and he was happy to just cast it off to the wayside. Okay, opportunity struck, money is in the picture, fine, bye girl, bye. And maybe that may not be the whole story. There may be even more things that we haven't seen yet, who knows. But Taejun seems to have been hurt as a result of that situation. And this is me just pulling stuff out of that little 15-20 second clip we saw in that flashback. So I feel like he's already had his heart hurt, and just the way he was talking to that guy in the hospital, he has a very, he's got his guard up, and he obviously, once you've been hurt like that, you don't want to be hurt like that again. So it's understandable for people to have a shield up to protect themselves, and it takes a lot of work to bring that shield down and to actually learn to trust somebody again, and to let somebody in. So I feel like once the reveal happens later in the series that Wonyoung is out here conspiring, well, it started with him conspiring to get Taejun back into civilization and back into the art world, but along the way, and we've seen this a million times over, along the way he caught feelings. And you could see him when he was on the phone call with his boss, and his boss was like, oh, this is great, this and that, keep going, oh, blah blah blah, that he was feeling a little sense of maybe guilt or something. Like, you could see that this isn't what he wanted, or it's not what he wants anymore. He doesn't want to deceive Taejun. He doesn't want to build a friendship, relationship, whatever it may be, under these circumstances, but he's already this deep in. So I feel like with the hurt that Taejun has faced in the past, paired with the fact that he is literally opening himself up again and potentially letting someone into his world, that he is letting himself care about them, that paired with the fact that he's got this secret that, oh yeah, I'm actually working undercover for this company, blah blah blah, it's going to hurt very bad once that reveal comes out. And again, I do not look forward to that, because it's going to make me sad, because again, they have such great chemistry, and they have such great moments with each other. Simple little things. They're washing the car and they're splashing water, like we've seen it a million times in millions of other series, millions of movies. It's nothing new, but still, like, they look at each other, and it's this unspoken chemistry. It's this unspoken dialogue that's happening when they're staring into each other's eyes, and it is just so beautiful, captivating to see. So I wish that we didn't have this whole I'm undercover trying to get you to come here storyline happening, because I just want them to work out, and they'll probably work out in the end regardless. So I get it. It's just part of the storytelling, but oh man, I hate to see things come in the way of this relationship building that they're doing right now. And then as far as our other little ship with Hote and Dong-hee, we got a couple flashbacks with them too, and I don't know exactly what it seemed as though their dynamic might have just been like school friends or something like that. Because at one point he's like, do you really like girls this much that you're doing this? And he's like, I didn't say that, or something along those lines. And it seems as though they were friends, high school friends, but feelings were there. I don't know if those feelings were ever acted upon, but it seems as though maybe Hote wants to act upon those feelings now, or those feelings might be stirring up in him again in present day, because they had this whole period of time when they were just like immortal enemies at the top of this, and this very antagonistic relationship. But Dong-hee's been holding on to this picture in his calendar forever. He's been holding on to this watch forever and a day. So it's those little things where it's like, yeah, they may have been fighting or had bad blood or whatever it may have been, but he's still holding on to this goodness that they had in the past. And it just makes me very intrigued as to where we could potentially take their relationship. So I'm excited to dive into the next episode, so I'm going to go refill my drink and dive into the next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications to be notified when all of my shenanigans get posted. Anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. Don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. Also, if you'd like early access to these reactions, you can join us over on Patreon. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. Mwah.